Acting local theaters tonight, what the trend is and how a theater in Hayden is handling it.
We've got plenty of sunshine in store tomorrow, but a change is headed for us just in time for the weekend.
And so the reality of the video does not in any way match the fantasy of the report.
A Spokane Valley man suing the city's police department and one of its officers, saying they violated his rights during an arrest. A look at the body camera footage, new tonight. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. New tonight, Pocatello's mayor held a press conference today releasing the body camera footage showing the moments leading up to the deadly police shooting of a teenager with autism. Abby Davis with our Boise sister station has been combing through the footage tonight, and we do want to warn you, some of the video may be difficult to watch.
Yeah, he keeps trying to stab everybody, it looks like.
Okay.
A 911 call released Thursday sheds light on the moments before Pocatello police shot 17-year-old Victor Perez. The teenager died last weekend after he was taken off life support.
He just keeps running at him with a knife and then falling over, and then I think he just stabbed himself on accident just now.
The city also shared this security cam video from a nearby building, detailing what the family calls a misunderstanding during a barbecue April 5th.
But this guy, he seems pretty drunk.
The video shows Perez chasing his grandpa with a knife and his grandpa hitting him with a log. His mom tries to separate them. This goes on for several minutes until eventually police get to the scene.
Hey, drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Hey, drop the knife!
Within seconds, the officers open fire on Perez after he takes a step forward, knife still in hand. KTVB is airing the gunshot audio in the interest of full transparency.
The knife! Drop the knife! Hey, drop the knife! Hey, drop the knife! Drop the knife!
Shots fired, 1726.
Perez was nonverbal, autistic, had cerebral palsy, and did not understand English. The city says the officers were not told whether he had a medical condition or was experiencing a mental health crisis.
This tragic event has absolutely impacted all of us.
To members of the Perez family, I'm truly sorry for your loss.
This comes just a day after the Perez family filed a wrongful death lawsuit notice against the city. The officers involved are on leave tonight. New tonight, a Spokane Valley man is now suing the city's police department and one of its officers, saying they violated his rights during an October 2023 arrest. KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy sat down with his attorneys, who call the entire situation discriminatory and dehumanizing.
Josh Clark doesn't have any contact with law enforcement, self-described himself to me and Tim as a pro-cop, pro-law enforcement individual. Never had any negative experiences with them, and then here we are.
October 2023, Josh Clark was sitting in his mom's car outside their Spokane Valley home. Spokane Valley officer Sam Turner parks behind him, then opens Clark's car door.
How you doing, sir? Ed. Your name Willie?
No.
No?
Josh was following the rules, his attorneys say, having a morning cigarette outside, no smoking allowed in his apartment.
Okay, you got your ID with you?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look, see you at that.
No. There is no reason for it.
His police report shows Officer Turner was looking for someone trespassed from the complex, someone with a warrant. Someone who wasn't Josh Clark.
The only similar characteristic that I'm able to identify between that suspect and Mr. Clark is their status as an African American.
Attorneys Josh Maurer and Tim Note have now filed a federal civil rights lawsuit. They say Officer Turner had no legal reason to stop Clark and no legal reason for what he did next.
Who are you?
My name is Josh.
Josh what?
No.
Okay, how about a car for me,
No.
Mr. Josh?
Officer Turner's report says Clark, from underneath him, wrapped his left arm around his neck. I felt Clark was trying to choke me out, he wrote. He punched Clark in the back of the head, writing he wanted to stop Clark from assaulting him.
Give me your hand. You wrap my neck up.
And so the reality of the video does not in any way match the fantasy of the report.
Clark was charged with obstructing, resisting arrest, and assaulting an officer.
A particularly egregious charge. One of the reasons why it is so offensive is it is on a discrete list of felonies that can never be vacated. If you are convicted of assaulting a police officer, you are a felon for life.
That wasn't the only thing he was charged with in this case, was it?
In this case, the officer decided to also charge him with criminal trespass in the second degree, alleging that he was illegally on the premises of the hometown studios.
He lives here. What's the issue? I'm conducting
All charges were later dropped by Spokane County prosecutors.
Turn around, face the car. Turn around, face the car. Don't.
Maurer and Note are also suing over this incident in the valley. Spokane County Sergeant Clay Hilton was eventually fired and charged with assaulting Kevin Hinton. Hilton's set to stand trial in June for beating Hinton for being in a park after hours, just 2 months before Clark's arrest.
Mr. Hilton would have been placed on leave earlier in the week.
Spokane County Sheriff's Office oversees Valley PD. A spokesperson said they couldn't comment on pending litigation, and as of Thursday afternoon, the county hadn't been served with the lawsuit.
We have the same department, the same leadership, the same cavalier use of power against citizens who were doing nothing wrong. This is a cultural problem.
That's the real injury, Mr. Clark. He was dehumanized.
Shannon Mowdy.
And that's not something that ever goes away.
KREM 2 News.
We want to give you an update now on a shooting that happened this morning at Florida State University on campus. In a press conference, police confirmed the gunman opened fire near the student union, shooting multiple people at around noon Florida time. At least 2 people have died, 6 others injured. The FSU police confirming 2 people who died were not students. Now all eyes on the forecast as folks start to make their plans for Easter weekend. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legout joining us in the Outdoor Weather Center. Jeremy, not a bad night all around, maybe a little chilly.
Maybe a little chilly is a great way to put it. I'm out here in the Outdoor Weather Center freezing at 49 degrees. Don't necessarily believe that 49 because it's exceptionally chilly out here. Skies clear overhead, and what that sets the stage for is radiative cooling. Basically, all of the heat at the ground escapes up into the atmosphere overhead. We stay clear overnight and clear tomorrow morning. In fact, clear all day tomorrow before our next round of rain moves in. Looks to move in about 10 a.m. on Saturday and last through about the middle of the day before moving up into the mountains. I do not believe it is as widespread as those forecast models make it look, and I do not believe it is any bit as intense as they seem. What instead I think happens is that it moves through with a couple of light raindrops, and on Sunday, all of that activity moves up into the mountains and out of the region. 64 degrees on Friday, 60 on Saturday, 56 on Sunday. There are a couple of stray showers Saturday, but Easter still looking pretty good.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Tonight, a Hayden movie theater is asking their customers to be respectful after a viral internet trend involving one of the movies created an unwanted reaction. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy reports tonight.
Staff with Hayden Discount Cinemas say a Minecraft movie is their most successful movie showing this year, but with that came some crowd reaction that they say wasn't acceptable, which made them change their policy for anyone going to see it. Moviegoers during a Minecraft movie Friday night yelling at the top of their lungs. This is a part of a viral internet challenge involving the movie known as Chicken Jockey. Some took their shirts off, as well as threw popcorn buckets and drinks at the screen.
There's confetti in every single row.
It left staff members Malachi Zastro and Wyatt Wolf with rows of seats they didn't like cleaning up.
I mean, the theater was a mess. It took like multiple hours to clean, multiple people, probably like close to 6 people.
That Friday screening was called a Chicken Jockey screening, where moviegoers were allowed to make noise during the now famous scene. But Zastro says it was too much for audiences, them, and the rest of the theater staff.
Friday, Saturday, we were getting, like probably 4 or 5 people coming out through the movie telling us their kids messing around.
A new movie theater policy says any kids going to Minecraft screenings after 8 p.m. must be accompanied by an adult. If anyone is found making noise in the movie, they'll be removed with no refund. The policy also references an item of Hayden City Code saying anyone caught disturbing the peace in a public setting can be charged with a misdemeanor. Zastro says the new rules help stop the unwanted behavior and haven't lowered their movie sales.
Every showing was selling out, and so we just had to send people out telling them maybe come to the next showing because this one sold out. So I guess it's still selling out. It's just eliminating that bad group of people.
So if you're planning on seeing a movie soon starring Jack Black, Aquaman, and whatever this character is, Zastro and Wolf ask you to be respectful, enjoy yourselves, and continue supporting their and other movie theaters.
We got 140 other people who paid their money's worth for the movie they want to watch, and they don't want to get hit in the head by a popcorn bucket.
In Hayden, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
All right, don't go to bed just yet. Learn how budget cuts could impact state prison libraries, the plea to keep books in the hands of inmates. Plus, as the state of Washington faces a multi-billion-dollar budget deficit, learn why parts of our state parks may be on the chopping block.